Alright, wise guys in my comment section always saying if I fix the damn door, we'll get the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. So, let's see what's wrong with this thing. What the? There's only one man.
Pizza time.
Toby!
How'd that get in there?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. Gotta admit, it's been a really good week for movie news. Feel like we've just been doing back-to-back side flicks. Really appreciate all you guys who tune in to Side Flick, by the way. It means a whole lot to me, and it's the best way to get a whole bunch of smaller movie news out there that don't deserve their own video. And some of the stuff we're gonna be talking about here today is we're gonna be discussing some stuff with Spider-Man 3, how Sony is secretly doing the Spider-Man Fan Week, and even a new Disney Plus series that could really connect to the opening of Spider-Man No Way Home. We're also going to be talking about the new Predator reboot because we have a title now and a lot more backstory into what's going to be happening in this film. Updates involved with the Sony Spidey universe with Kraven and Venom 2, along with even more details involved with the Batgirl movie and Ben Affleck possibly being part of it. That along with so much more. So many of you guys give me your opinions down below. You know the drill. You guys talking in that comment section is what gets me excited. Hearing your voices because Side Flick is just as much your show as it is mine. But I'm not sharing that revenue, okay? Gotta feed my Funko addiction somehow. Speaking of that, thanks to everybody who checked out my Suicide Squad review. You guys are the best. Alright, but jumping into our first story here today is I definitely want to go ahead and talk about this Predator movie because I'm really looking forward to it. If you haven't heard yet, Disney is trying to reboot the Predator franchise. And I gotta admit, every time I say Disney is rebooting the Predator franchise, I'm being a little sneaky and technical with my wording because this all happened because Disney bought Fox Studios and, well, Fox was the owner for Predator. So this movie is going to be made under their 20th Century banner. You won't really see the Disney logo be popping up when this movie's made, making it fully be able to be R-rated, bloody, and gory. But man, they've just made some major changes to the franchise that I think are very much needed. So this is all coming exclusively from Collider, who say here, new Predator movie title, plot details, and timeline revealed by producers John Davison and John Fox. In this article here, they basically go into what they're wanting to do with this Predator movie and some stuff we've already heard about, like this movie will take place with a Predator going up against a Native American tribe, specifically a Comanche woman who wants to prove her worth that she's not just a gatherer, that she can also be a hunter with the guys, and she'll be going one-on-one with a Predator. Well, other details that we've been hearing now is that this movie will be the first time a Predator comes to Earth, and it'll also dive into the reasoning why the Predators like to hunt humans. As far as the tone they're trying to go for, they had to say this. It goes back to what made the original Predator movie work. It's the ingenuity of a human being who won't give up, who's able to observe and interpret, basically being able to be a stronger, more powerful, well-armed force. And yes, freaking yes, man, because I don't know what happened with the Predator franchise, but especially that last movie that Shane Black made, it just took the Predator franchise in a whole different direction that I felt did not match with it. They really tried turning it into this big action franchise, when to me, the Predator has always been a horror movie franchise. You're basically a person versus another creature, and it kind of sounds like that's what they're going with. It's someone who's definitely outclassed, should get beaten by the Predator, but through special skill sets and determination of wanting to survive, they will somehow defeat or come even with this new Predator. Also, really don't want to get any comments starting to get mad or upset calling this woke or saying it doesn't make sense to have a female warrior. Oh, Disney's gonna ruin it. Like, we had Sarah Connor kicking Terminators. We had Ripley kicking Xenomorphs. Basically, 99% of horror movies that are made have female protagonists that end up killing my boy Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, even my little man Chucky. So stop pretending everything's woke, okay? Something wrong with you. But the biggest change they reveal here about this movie is it'll be the first Predator movie not to have Predator in the title. This movie is going to be called Skull. That is what they're planning to call this film, and I know that might make people a little hesitant or upset, like, what? They're not going to call it Predator? But in a weird way, the Predator movies need a little bit of rebranding. I think is exactly what the franchise might need to kind of reinvent itself. I think another franchise that could use it is the Terminator franchise. That's another franchise that has just been run to the ground, milked as hard as possible to where the name Terminator doesn't even excite people anymore. They're like, if they announced right now a new Terminator movie was happening, you'd be like, alright, what's this one about then? So I'm looking forward to this. These details got me excited, but I want to hear from you guys. How are you feeling on the rebranding of the Predator franchise, and now that they're exploring the first time a Predator came to Earth? Jumping into the Sony Cinematic Universe, where they're trying to expand all these Spider-Man characters into their own solo films, we just got an update on the CRAVEN The Hunter movie. This is the film that Sony's currently working on with Aaron Taylor Johnson cast as Kraven the Hunter. We've already heard some other details involved with the film, that the Chameleon will also be involved and will be kind of the villain of the film. But now we just got even more backstory that gives us a better idea of what they're going for with this film, and it comes from the Illuminati, who has been very reliable with us in the past. And they say here that Kraven the Hunter, Sony interested in Jodie Turner-Smith to play the villainous Calypso. Now, I know off the bat to a lot of people that might seem random, or like, who the heck is Calypso? Why does this matter? Well, in the comic books, the character of Calypso is not only sometimes the love interest for Kraven the Hunter, but is the person responsible for giving Kraven the Hunter enhanced abilities. There's always a back and forth with the origin for Kraven the Hunter. Sometimes he's just a regular guy who's really good at hunting and going after Spider-Man as his ultimate prize, but there are other instances where Kraven the Hunter gets sort of like a super soldier serum type deal and becomes a very enhanced human being. So now here that they're mentioning that Calypso is going to be part of the movie, it looks like they're going to go with that enhanced being origin story for Kraven the Hunter and give him sort of these basic power sets of super strength, super speed. And I guess that makes sense in this world that they're building where they have Venom out there and Mobius. From all accounts, we think those people are in the same universe, so I guess the guy has to compete somehow. It'd be weird if he was just a regular dude punching symbiotes and trying to defeat a living vampire. The other thing I wanted to mention involved with this Sony Cinematic Universe is we did get word from Daniel Richman that we will be getting the second trailer for Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage come August 2nd, and I can't wait to see the second trailer because you know they're just going to show us more footage of Venom versus Carnage, probably show us different formations of Carnage, turning his hands into blades and whatever mischievous stuff is going to be going on. The other reason I think it'll definitely hold a lot more Carnage footage in this second trailer is because we've been starting to see some standees out in China. These were being displayed in theaters, and it gives us our best look at Carnage yet if this is actually based off the movie, which I gotta assume so. Venom looks pretty accurate to the way he looks in the movie, so this right here is a mighty fine look at Carnage. So that's some stuff right now to look for with the Sony Cinematic Universe, a Kraven the Hunter with enhanced abilities, and a Venom 2 trailer coming on Monday. Next up here, we have something that I gotta admit definitely shocked me, but in the best possible ways. We had the Hollywood Reporter come out and say that the Batgirl movie that's currently in the works is in talks right now with JK Simmons to return as Commissioner Gordon in the DCEU. This is huge for a couple of reasons, okay? So as you guys might have heard, the DC Universe right now is trying to focus on standalone movies and trying to give other smaller heroes a shot and put them on HBO Max. We've heard of this Batgirl movie that's being made right now exclusively for HBO Max. We also have a Blue Beetle movie that's being made exclusively for HBO Max. Even a Static Shock movie, all live action, that is set to be for HBO Max. We even got the casting announcement that In the Heights star Leslie Grace will be our Batgirl in this movie. And then we heard little details that they were looking to cast a new Commissioner Gordon, and the villain would most likely be Firefly. We were like, okay, this doesn't take place in any of the previous universes that we saw since they're trying to cast a new Commissioner Gordon, but now with the news that they're trying to bring back JK Simmons, this lets you know it takes place in the Snyderverse. Also freaking meaning we have a real shot now of seeing Ben Affleck Batman pop up in another movie other than The Flash. Don't want to get my hopes up too high right there, but I'm so glad to be wrong on that because everything that we had been hearing about the upcoming Flash movie that is currently filming, and we've been getting some awesome videos and set photos of Ben Affleck's stunt double who will be part of the movie on this Batcycle. I'm really loving the look of that motorcycle and also the suit. But because Ben Affleck had been very vocal about not wanting to do his own Batman movie, that he was done with the character, he lost his passion, he said that multiple times in interviews. Pair that up with Michael Keaton Batman coming back into the DC universe, people really said that he would be the new Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman would just kind of be put to rest. But now I'm not believing that anymore because this looks awesome, and with this Batgirl movie, she has to get her costume, her gadgets from some sort of Batman, so that means we for sure need Ben Affleck Batman popping up in this Batgirl movie. I just can't believe they put it on HBO Max, man. This needs to be in the theater. I want to know from you guys, are you excited to possibly see Ben Affleck's Batman part of the Batgirl movie, or do you think they could do the Batgirl movie without Ben Affleck attached? Alright, now moving on to some Spider-Man 3 talk here. It has just been a wild damn time with the Spider-Man news, guys. So the latest crazy thing going on is Sony went ahead and did this Spidey Fan Week, where on their official Sony Entertainment account, they went ahead and posted a video compiling Tom Holland's movies and saying, prepare for Spider-Man No Way Home by watching the last two Spider-Man movies, and then linking to a website called SpidermanFanWeek.com, which if you think there's any time to release a Spider-Man No Way Home trailer, it would be during something called Spidey Fan Week. They even be teasing us because if you go to this official website, you get to see a graphic with all three Spider people together, Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield. So then people started putting two and two together, and then they realized at the end of this Spidey Fan Week, it would be August 1st, and wouldn't you know, August 1st is National Spider-Man Day, so that must be when the trailer is coming, right? No, my friend. This is just another instance of us getting teased and excited for no reason, especially now that we have the confirmation that we're getting the Venom 2 trailer on Monday. They're not gonna release the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer on a Sunday or the day before Venom Let There Be Carnage gets another trailer. So if anyone's seen like this photo floating around, it's 100% fake, and we're not getting the trailer August 1st. But we do have other pieces of Spider-Man details to get excited about, because Disney went ahead and recently announced that the Hawkeye series will be coming out on November 24th. Now, the reason I say this is connected to Spider-Man No Way Home is for a couple of reasons. One, there was a big report that came out that Vincent D'Onofrio, who once played Kingpin in Netflix's Daredevil, is set to appear in the Hawkeye series, specifically in episode 5. Even the actor Vincent D'Onofrio, who has been known to shut down rumors about him online, went ahead and liked the tweet, kind of giving some credibility that this is actually true and we will see Kingpin part of the Hawkeye series. Well, now that we know the exact date, people realize that the same week that episode 5 of the Hawkeye series comes out is also the same week that Spider-Man No Way Home will be released in theaters. And who else is set to be part of Spider-Man No Way Home? Damn Daredevil Charlie Cox. This is just some insanity that Marvel is able to weave in while they're having a Disney Plus series of Hawkeye, who's introducing the villain Kingpin, who's known to be a bad guy for both Daredevil and Spider-Man. We're also going to be getting Daredevil in Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, I feel like they're setting up a little Daredevil movie or a Daredevil Disney Plus series. So I think that's something to really look forward to, especially if you're a Spider-Man or Daredevil fan, because it very much looks like the Hawkeye series and Spider-Man No Way Home take place at the exact same time, since we've seen photos of Tom Holland in the Christmas season and photos of Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld in the Christmas season in New York. Like, oh, I like what you're doing there, Marvel. But other than that, involving Spider-Man No Way Home, I'll just give y'all a little tease. Since I'm going to be just as sad as you are that we're not going to get a trailer on August 1st, National Frickin' Spider-Man Day, I might have got my hands on a little behind-the-scenes photo for Spider-Man No Way Home that nobody has seen. So if we don't end up getting any big Spider-Man No Way Home news, your boy's gonna get you covered. So make sure you subscribe, hitting that like button, because I'll be giving you an exclusive Spider-Man No Way Home photo. And it's nothing crazy, but I think it's something definitely fun to look at. But that is all the movie news we currently have going on right now, guys. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It always means the world to me when you guys watch all the way through. Don't be forgetting to comment on all the movie stories we've talked about here today. Follow me on Twitter at 3CFilms or on TikTok at 3CFilms. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.